take a look at the MP+2 information that we have. I'm sure there's not a lot of it, but there's enough that we are going to have some gear to dive into and some information on the content itself. We have a lovely write-up here by Funkworks, who took the time to translate. I guess this is the freshly picked, but it's the Japanese announcement. But anyway, here's the real meat of. I could translate this on my phone actually. Before we move on to the good stuff. Yes, this is exactly what I thought. Okay, you have to be up to mission 5-2. Yeah, they're basically telling you the ROV requirements. This page right here says clear ROV, and then it lists the missions. Original missions, Chains of Promathia, etc., etc. So that's what that screen is. Okay. The bolded things are from the new +1 version. The boy Lorica. I have been most curious about this item because of all the STP on it. But man, is this something else. DT -13, Mac +54, gaining +5 Great Axe skill. It's gaining +2 seconds Blood Rage duration. Yes, this is gonna be... My worry was this would be STP, but you would have to come up with your DT in other sets. And I am quite happy with this DT -13. I would like to see much more store TP on the +3 version, but we'll have to wait and see. Accuracy 54, attack 64. The original is accuracy 28, attack 28. So almost double the accuracy and attack. More, yeah. Meva 99, Meva 59, so 40 Meva as well. It looks like they roughly raised all of the base stuff by about 30 to 40. And stats, they raised by about 10. So this is right in line with your typical +2 upgrade in terms of like stats. It's actually a little higher, I think. This is more like, these stats are more commensurate on what you'd see on like a +3 version of a like a relic or artifact. Very interesting. All right, Ebers. Ebers is gaining. This is the White Mage body. It is gaining accuracy, magic accuracy, and regen +4. So yes, it did not have any kind of regen on it prior. Kind of nice to have. I mean, for if you're wearing it in your idle set anyway. It looks like they're wanting this to be your idle set, your idle piece. I mean, if it's got refreshed +3, that puts it tied with the other choices right now. So we'll have to see where they take this. Solace is up by 2. Yes, of course, the Flatus Solace boost is going to be highly sought after. I forget what the exact number translates to. Yeah. From +12 to +14 when you upgrade it. So it'll now be an additional... The White Mage body will now be an additional 2% stone skin per HP healed on the target. Which, I mean, Cure Skin is one of the more valuable assets that White Mage brings. I mean, in addition to just being a beast all around. So, yeah, a strict upgrade to the Ebers Bliot, highly sought after. This will be a quintessential piece going forward. Okay, the Wikche coat, +2. We get magic damage, which is good. MBD2 +4. Okay. MAB +54. MBD2 +4. Which it didn't have either of those things prior. This was just a precast piece if you even used it. So Ia body is +9. Let me check the Ia body real quick. Okay, MBD2 +9. I see. Less MAB. The Wikche body has more MAB, but no MBD1. Yeah, so that was my question, because MBD2 is usually the most sought after thing, right? And I know that it really depends upon the slot. So this is my understanding of the way Black Mage is currently geared for magic bursting, is certain slots have really high MBD and no MBD2. So those slots are utilized in order to cap your Your magic burst damage 1 is usually capped in a couple of certain slots, and I wasn't sure if the body slot was one of those. But when you look at the IA, like I don't think you get much better than magic burst damage 2 plus 9. So likely that this body is the best in slot piece on their burst sets. So yeah, it would take a bit more effort. Although if they raise the MAB and they raise the MBD2 to something like +8, it's probably best in slot at +3. All right, let's take a look. This is the monk, the Bhikkhu Cyclist. Now, I believe this is the impetus body, right? Yeah, augments impetus. Impetus is incredibly strong. If you don't know what it is and you're out there watching on YouTube, by the way, hello YouTube, leave a comment down below. Tell me which of these is the most interesting piece of armor to you. Impetus, by the way, is an incredibly strong ability that increases the critical... Okay, so it basically, you build crit damage. Using this body, you build crit damage by 1% and accuracy by 2 for each consecutive successful attack while worn. Because Monk has hand-to-hand caps at 99% accuracy, if you have on a crit set while you have the ability Impetus on, and this piece of armor, okay, so this piece of armor was already getting used while Impetus was on because it's so incredibly strong. Critical hit damage by 1% for every non-miss you do. I mean, how high can you stack this to? Is there a known cap? But crit damage is incredibly strong. You use Verithragna, you use Impetus, you build stacks, and monks just tear up certain fights with this combination. And again, you are already equipping this. So now let's see what they've added to improve this piece of armor. We've gotten weapon skill damage. Oh. No DT on this. I think monks will augment, or they'll supplement their impetus sets with some extra DT if you're doing like really high level content. But 54 accuracy, 64 attack compared to 23 accuracy, 23 attack. Oh, absolutely straight upgrade. Okay, yeah, impetus itself gives attack and crit rate. Stacks. Okay, so basically it's 50 hits. So with the body on full time, you get 50% crit rate and 50% crit damage. This body getting better takes a kind of like beastly monk build with their Empyrean hand-to-hand and kicks it up a notch. Like, because wouldn't you already want the body in your... correct me if I'm wrong. If you're going to victory smite, you would want to do it with the MP body on, right? Because otherwise you'd lose all the crit damage. So then the weapon skill damage is actually being utilized. That was my worry. Well, impetus is up, that body doesn't move. That's what I thought, because if you lose it, you lose your crit damage. Part of my worry going into the MP +2 and 3 stuff was like, are the devs like really aware of the way we're using gear in the game? And I had felt for a while, like if you look back at some of the older artifact stuff, it's like some like augments, and I mean there's some things were put on some of these pieces that were like, they looked well designed, or well, some of them were well designed, and then some of them were like, I don't know if you were really paying attention. And so far it looks like they're really aware of what players are using. Anyway, on to Lethargy, the Red Mage body. The Lethargy stuff is a set that I haven't quite gotten to on my Red Mage yet. I'm just kind of got her in the works. But let's see, this is an enfeebling magic effect. What does that mean? It increases the potency by 14%. So this body, just having it equipped straight up increases your potency of your enfeebles by 14%. Okay, let's take a look at what they've added. They've added some MAB, some magic damage, some accuracy, some attack, and some DT -13. This is interesting. At +3, maybe it's your TP piece? Oh, it's your idle piece. Duh, how did I miss that? Yeah, refresh +3, DT -13. It's now your new refresh idle piece. MDef +10 is pretty high. and Mava plus 26 is on the higher end. That's an excellent, like, this 126 Mava really speaks to what the plus 3 is going to be. Yes, for Red Mage, I think this at plus 2 replaces Shamash. Or if not, it's a coin flip. In terms of ease to obtain, this should be a Red Mage's go-to especially if you don't have Shamash. Shamash good for Paralyze? Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, if the content doesn't have Paralyze, you know. But seriously, wow. This is an excellent idle piece. 100%. Not sure where they're going with the Mab and magic damage, but they could surprise us. Last one we've got here is something that I've been also keeping my eyes out for. Thief and Warrior are my two big personal jobs. I'm looking for something out of their MP sets. I mean, Dancer, I know Dancer is going to be good. Warrior and Thief are the ones that I am looking for things out of these sets to improve, DPS and, builds for those jobs. The ones that I'm looking to be surprised on are Corsair, Geo, and Rune. There's not much out of those that those all have great builds across the board. Geomancer, if they don't get creative with Geomancer, it's just going to be another piece of gear. Right now, I'm a fan of the 5 out of 5 Geo in your midcast set for your bubbles and stuff. It has this, like, MP occasionally not depleted when using Geomancy spells. I kind of like the 5% chance as opposed to stacking Conserve MP. I don't know, the averages might not even work out, but otherwise they're very basic items, and I don't think they're really even used too much. So again, you'd have to get creative with Geo, but they've been getting creative with some of these other pieces. But yeah, Corsair, Geo, and Rune, if they get creative, I think there's some cool stuff there, but I'm not really too worried about it. And then the two places where I kind of know are going to get better are Ranger and Dancer. Like Ranger can easily, you can go from a piece being okay to a piece being absolutely best in slot by having like high rapid shot or, augmenting an ability further or something like that. And then Dancer is already has like pieces that are marginally usable, and it also has your MP head, which is just like over the top good. So yeah, so Thief and Warrior are the two places I want to see them really, really push some DPS stuff for that. Anyway, let's check this last piece. It's the Thief piece. This piece of armor augments Conspirator. Conspirator grants, in a party, 50 subtle blow, 25 accuracy. If the Thief is equipping this item, you also get 25 attack and store TP plus 2 for each party member, so that's 12 STP in a party. They increased the accuracy and attack, or did they add them, period? Yeah, they straight up added accuracy and attack. So now, you might want to have it equipped. Dagger skill was already there, right? Dagger skill, they increased the dagger skill, but that's weird. That's a lot of dagger skill, along with accuracy and attack. The Mava is kind of like basic. And then, okay, weapon skill damage plus 8% is the big thing. Now, I was really hoping that this piece would be something to use in your TP set. I don't know how I feel about weapon skill damage plus 8. I feel like Conspirator, Thief needs a job adjustment. I mean, look, Warrior, this is basically Warrior gets Warcry. Thief gets Conspirator, just to put that into perspective. Like, if this were like a 3-minute cooldown, so 33% uptime, granting, 45 accuracy to the party, I might see this as actually useful, but I don't think this helps. All right, anyway, let's move on and see if they give us any more information on the content itself, because I think I saw that there's going to be a little bit of that. So they said the set effects are basically the same, but that could refer to the same effects as the +1 and not the strength. It remains to be seen if the strength of the set's effects will increase. It was also mentioned that they work in combination with +1, +2, and +3. Okay, so the set bonus is still going to be there, and you don't have to have the same tier of item. That's good to know. The new battle event is called that, which translates to sortie, an attack made by troops coming out from a position of defense. Meaning of the word in spoilers here. Wait, what? Okay. Entry conditions. Need to progress in ROV and Adeline up to a certain point. Oh, I better get Fruit Cup on that then. Entry KI every 20 hours. 1 to 6 people can enter and trusts can be used. The same NPC in charge of increasing Empyrean armor from +1 will also be in charge of entry. NPC will be in Lethalia. So, entry KI every 20 hours. They don't mention if it can stack or not. Again, you can enter solo, so that's going to create its own set of issues. Other updates, they're adjusting Treasure's mission update. Wait, we knew about Kate Sith, which was Wings of the Goddess. Spike Flail has been given a tinier hitbox on the back of Miro. Oh, here's more info. Rima ammo belts. Countermeasure putting in place in August if you throw away the Rima ammo belts. Huh. I guess in case you drop it accidentally, they have a way for you to... Because I always wondered about that. What happens if I threw away my ammo belt? What does this say? Yeah, the Yoichi, the Chrono pouch, the yeah, all the different bullet pouches and stuff. So here's some information about it. The rest of the conversation they had. You can read through it yourself if you're interested in some like minor tidbits of info. But there's nothing here in terms of like how the updates are going. You could tell the devs have in mind the new player experience a little bit more, and that's probably due to the 20th anniversary bringing people back or introducing new players to the game in general. So anyway, we're going to leave things there. YouTube, and more information to come for sure. We've only seen these, 6 pieces of armor? And we know the name of the event. I didn't see here anything. Are we getting this in July? No, implemented in August. Okay. We're going to be waiting until August to play this new content. We'll see how it's handled by the player base. I'm, again, foreseeing either small groups of people, you and your friend, and 4 trusts. It's kind of where I think this kind of content might go. What do you think? Is it going to be people like needing to go in as teams of 6, or is this going to be something more players are going to try to solo with trusts? Let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, I'll see you next time and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.